Welcome. My name is Beloved, and this is Beloved Oracle Speaks. Today, I am going to pull a card from the Starry Beginnings, a Starry Beginnings deck that I have. Um, they have some really nice things on them, and I thought it'd be interesting to grab one and dissect what it says, or so. So, anyway, life is an expression of you. Life is more than existing. Yeah, that's true. My life around me is an expression of me because I perceive it. And in perceiving it, it is the expression of life. Yeah, I like that. I think that's nice. I don't think it has much that needs to be said. I want to do one more. Okay, ready? All is at your fingertips. What has been created by one can be had by all. That's a tricky one right there. I understand this card, okay, for in a spiritual sense, but I'm going to tell you right now, someone who needs their bills paid, unless their family's going to be on the curb, they will have a hard time settling with that all is at your fingertips. All is still at their fingertips, the person I even mentioned, but the all that they are looking for, right, is not the all that I'm pointing at. That takes a bit more work with someone, but it's yeah, yeah. Yeah. All right, one more. One more. Let's see. Whew. You are being called into service. Believe in your own guidance. Amen. Yes. Well, you know what that is. Follow that intuition. Believe in your own guidance. Yesterday, my video from yesterday, I spoke about that tiny little voice to listen to it. I myself know I'm called into service. I've been known that I was called into service and have at times served. Um, at this time, have you ever been given the authority to do something? Like, let's say you start a new job, right? So they hand you your badge, keys, and they're like, like you're there now, right? But you don't know nothing what's going on. You didn't get trained on anything, but you are there. And someone shows up from the outside. To them, you have all the information and you're the authority figure. The person there being asked the questions from the customer coming, who believes because they saw them in such a place that they could give them the answers and help them, the feeling of that person in their stomach, like, I do not, like, I know, like, I have common sense on my side, but I don't know the inner workings of what goes on around here. You understand what I'm saying? Versus, so that's how I was spiritually, even when I was serving. Like, I knew, but I didn't know. I knew, but I didn't know. Meaning I knew it. I've tasted of the food, but I was never able to cook it myself. And now I am the owner of the business. I know what's going on. I understand it completely. So, and there's no questioning in me. Do I know or do I not know? Or that there's a piece missing, like a unsurety. But I know no. So I feel confident here with you, at least being able to tell you of my journey. And on my journey, which wasn't to anywhere, I found my healing place, which was always here. And I first learned how to stand in my healing place. And once I learned how to stand in my healing place, I was like, I'm not moving from this spot. Now, mind you, there have been times you ever saw sumo wrestlers, and I look, all right. First of all, I know I'm bringing up sumo wrestlers, but I'm gonna definitely say I do not know. Like I've seen them hold each other by see, I don't even want to speak wrong, but I'm gonna just say, look, don't hold it against me with the diaper thing, the girding thing that they have around them. And I know they push each other or pull each other into or out of a circle or something like that. Okay. And when you start to know, it's like that. You will have this almost like sumo wrestler type of feelings and things challenging what you know. And you have to gird up your loins and firmly stand in the spot, stand in that healed place, stand in that place that you can feel the peace just flowing over your body. This is life. It's not like someone isn't going to come and try to push you out of that place, but they have no power to do it. They can only have you move from your healing place by the power of their suggestion. And even the power of their suggestion cannot make you physically move. You will have to agree and move. There are situations where people have been physically dragged into situations. I'm not speaking of that. Majority of the time, we drag ourselves into situations, into our mind. There's never even a situation out here or something physical that we can go and try to touch or manipulate or anything. It's all in here. It's in here. It hasn't even manifest out here yet. But with it being in here so much and you ruminating on it, you start to make it manifest out here. You guys know those they have these little black cap things and you light it with a lighter and it grows like a worm. But it's like this small when it starts and it's like all over the place long when it's done, right? That's how we are with a little tiny little thought that comes into our mind. We put some fire to that thing. Then it's not even true. It's just something that came in your mind, an idea, a possibility, 1,001 possibility. And you put the fire of the fire of your thought and imagination on it. You give it your energy, and that thing is off. You got to watch your mind. You have to watch your mind. I want to tell you this story really quick. Um, I remember my mom calling me, laughing at my grandmother one day. Uh, and the reason why my mom was laughing at my grandmother is because my grandmother was going to the city courthouse. And the city that she was going to is about 20 minutes away. And this is a time where there's no, like, GPS, there's not even AOL, right? There's no Wi-Fi, there's nothing like that going on, right? You're literally using a map. But she knew from memory how to get from home to the courthouse. Well, this day she goes, right? And they just so happen to the highway that she knows how to get into the city, right? That they closed the light down due to construction. So you could either not go straight, you had to make a left or a right. My grandmother took a U-turn and went back home. She went back home. She did not go to court. She went back home, called my mom, and told my mom that they shut down the city. They shut down the city because the traffic light, the main intersection into just the road that she knew in was closed, and she went back home. Yep. Not even considering, well, directionally, it's this way and, a little bit over. If I could look through it, be right there. So I just need to kind of deal. Nothing. And I think that's really how our mind does us. We think it should be one way, and if that way is blocked, we can't seem to become creative enough to create a path to your destination or a path in the direction because there's really no destination. Because even honestly, when you come to doing the internal work, the world is still happening around you. You can be there meditating, right? Everything's just so peaceful, and you're in there, and you're just resting and being. And then your neighbor's fire alarm goes off in their living room, and you have to stop meditating to make sure you're not about to be caught on fire. It's a life thing. Something's always happening. Life is happening. Life action, animation, action is happening. Existence is existing, you know? I love when they say, you think yourself to be something when you're nothing. Not to say you don't exist. It's to say the construct of what you believe is you does not exist. Like, how do you tell a caterpillar to just go with the flow and be? And one day they will find themselves preparing in such a way that they have never prepared before. And when it's all said and done, when they finally feel the pull to come out of that darkness, it will come out and be able to fly. How can you tell a caterpillar that? How can you tell a caterpillar what it's going to feel like in them when they're going to be turning, whipping up the cocoon? Even that caterpillar's probably like, I don't, I just know that I have to do this thing. We all have to take the journey. We all have to follow the instinct. the intuition, the nature of our being. I want to thank you for listening today. And I look forward to talking to you again soon. Namaste, darlings. Namaste.